Let me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin, the pissed off one, the annoyed one. It's going to be a rough night. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I'm not mad at you.
Okay.
I'm mad at everyone who lives in my house.
Mm.
Everyone is getting on my nerves, including this dog who's about to jump off and make noise right now.
Oh, gosh, Ellie, didn't you hear her introduction?
She was like, I'm getting out of here.
Tread lightly, right? She's like, I live in this house. This includes me.
I have hit the end of my summer capacity, and I am starting to dream. I counted down today. I was thinking about when I would be an empty nester, which is in 9 years.
Oh, that's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Okay. It's not that great.
Yeah.
Like
Still
9 years is as long as I've had the youngest one, and that feels like an awful long time. So, yeah. We got in a debate with my girlfriends over, other mom friends about the summer. Like, how are you feeling about going back to school? Like, I cannot wait. I need my children to have a routine and be out of this house.
Yes.
They're driving me crazy. And somebody's like, we should do year-round schooling. I was like, we can, but for 9 years. Like, I want a big, long summer when my kids are not in my house.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Like, you want, after your empty nest happens, then you want the big summers.
Yeah, so if the world would like to appease me and go to a year-round school for 9 years.
9 years on, 9 years off.
Okay, sure. But then I'll probably be done teaching.
So.
Yeah.
I think it works out perfect.
Perfect. Let's do that. That sounds lovely. I am at my capacity.
Yeah.
I need somebody to come get these kids. And I sadly still love my husband.
Sadly.
I know divorce is hard, but my gosh.
Yeah.
Split custody
ain't that bad.
It almost makes it worth leaving.
From your mouth to God's lips. What is it? To God's ear. What is it? From your lips to God's ear.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just I don't want to belittle divorce and how hard it can be. I'm just saying there are perks. And I think I would love my family more if I saw them less.
Oh, absolutely. That is the truth. I mean, listen, your capacity for summer is a lot longer than mine. I'm good after about a week. A week off, I'm like, whew, well, that was a lot. My house is clean. I'd like to go on a good note up. Like, we got a clean house.
Yeah.
It's time to get out of this house. Everybody needs to go back to where they were.
Yeah.
Let's all enjoy our space. We'll come back. We'll have something to talk about at dinner time. No, but you like a week.
This is another thing that's playing into it. I was supposed to be working all this week. I was supposed to go set up my room today, my classroom. And then I was going to be starting my first super professional mural.
Yeah, well, why didn't that happen?
Because I texted the interior designer, a.k.a. my best friend, Teresa. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
And I was like, hey, are we good to go? Like, I've got all the supplies. I'm ready. And she was like, oh, yeah, we have to, like, that room is not ready yet. It was supposed to be ready by this week, blah, 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 the setbacks, whatever. So now I can't do that. And I was planning on setting up my room today, and our custodian, lovely Carlos, thank you so much for all you do, sent a message and was like, hey, when were you planning on coming to your room? He sent this yesterday. And I was like, well, I was planning on Monday, but I feel like you're going to tell me that won't work now. And he was like, what about Tuesday? Could I make Tuesday happen? I said, Tuesday would be fine. And he was like, would Wednesday even work? And I was like, oh my gosh. Yep. Whatever you need. I will not piss off the custodian.
No, don't ever do that.
And I will go as soon as I can go, as long as it's not Friday when they do, this is now boring, when they do a scavenger hunt every year at Bloom. And I accidentally always end up setting up my room during the scavenger hunt.
Oh, no.
And they use my room during that.
Oh, no.
And so they're always like, no, it's fine that you're here. I'm like, no, I understand that it's fine for you.
But not
there
fun
are
for
like
me.
hundreds of people coming in and out of my room and trying to set up my room.
No, thank you to that.
So anyways, it's just been setback after setback. And my kids are driving me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Well,
I did put something on Facebook, like I was trying to make it funny, but I was kind of hoping some of my kids' friends' parents would be like, girl, send them over to my house. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And pretend like that wasn't calculated, but it was very calculated.
Any takers? Did you get any bites?
No, only my good one got an invite, and her mom didn't even see it on Facebook.
My good one.
Just happens to be popular enough that somebody's like, hey, you want to spend the night? It's fine.
Just breathe in.
I just need a day away from them.
I know. Well, listen, you can come to work with me anytime. Your kids are big enough. Leave them at home and just say you have to go work and go to the pool
Oh,
by yourself, Aaron.
girl, that
Take a
sounds-
day for yourself. You don't
Yeah.
even have to lie. You just have to be like, look, I am a grown ass woman and I love myself, kids, and you guys are big enough. Figure it out. Deuces.
All right. Well, anyways, yes, I should take some time, get away from my kids. But that's what tonight's for. I already prepped 2 beers for after this first one. So that's 3 if you're
You
counting.
are ready.
And I might have a 4th, and I don't feel bad about it.
That's right. Not at all. Speaking of beer, boy, did I drink my cap on Saturday night.
Wow. What'd you do Saturday?
Well, I love my friends. I love them so much.
Oh, yeah. I got real jealous for a minute. I couldn't remember what I did. I was like, I mean, you could have invited me. It's fine. I've got a life.
Sorry, I did.
No, I know.
The people who invited me didn't invite you.
I know. I'm
Blame
sorry.
them.
I'm telling you, I'm easy to piss off tonight, and I'm trying to reel it in.
Sorry. I got invited by a group of my girlfriends who decided to all celebrate the summer birthdays. And some of them listen to this, so they're just going to hear the truth about it all. I got real excited when they're like, yeah, we're going to go have drinks at Captain's Quarters. I'm like, hey, all right, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, Captain's
then-
Quarters is a really fun restaurant right on the river.
Oh, yeah, I forget that not everybody's from here. Yeah, it's great. It's like beautiful scenery. It's
Yeah.
on the river. It's good food, good drinks. I mean, the food's okay, but it's like more
Yeah,
about the scenery.
The ambiance is great.
The ambiance is there. You know, it's just nice. So I was real excited about that. And then somehow the whole messages started like shifting into like, oh, we should go do something a little bit more engaging, more fun. I'm like, oh, what's happening here?
What's more
This is weird.
engaging than sitting around with your friends and drinking on the
Apparently
river?
Top golf. So we went golfing. I'm like, what has happened to us? So I think it's, whatever. Everybody had fun. I had fun. I would have had
Sure.
more fun at Captain's Quarters. So I just drank a whole lot of beer to make sure I had fun. And, I don't have the golfing gene that mom and dad, they did not, they skipped me.
Golf is horrible.
It's awful. My boobs are so big, they get in the way. And that's not a
Oh.
brag.
I thought you were going to say are sore. And I was like, then I think you're golfing wrong. You don't even use your boobs.
They're not. No,
How are you holding that club?
They're not sore, but I can't go. Like I can't get a good full swing because it's boobs. Like,
Yeah.
right. Your boobs are smushed.
Yeah. Although I will
hate it.
say, mom went golfing 9 months pregnant,
Yeah, she did, but that one was committed, and I'm not.
and your belly's lower.
Yeah, your belly's lower. It's like and mom didn't have the biggest of boobs.
Yeah.
She had like the perfect
I
size
wasn't
golfing
talking about her boobs there. I was talking about her big old belly.
I know, but I'm talking boobs, girl. Your boobs are right there. You got to squish them. No, that's it. I just I'm not good at it. So, it's kind of like bowling. It's like I'm not good at it. It's fine. But we also had like 2, not lanes. I don't know what you call them. 2
Cubicles?
docks or cubicles or
docks sound
whatever.
better.
Dock. Okay. And so it's like I only got to see half of the group,
Oh, that's
because
lame.
you had to kind of pay attention for when it was your turn. So anyway, Captain's Quarters, I just feel like next year, maybe I'll get a good summer. Like, hey, I'm part of this birthday group. Maybe we go to
Yeah.
Captain's Quarters. So that's my vote for any
Yeah.
of you all out there listening.
And
Some people
maybe
had
invite
fun.
the sister.
And maybe this time Erin will get an invitation. She's really sick of her kids about this time every year.
Yep.
So
It's
be a
true.
great way to entertain her.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
But then Chad was my date because James took the kids to Holiday World. I mean, he really is going for like dad of the year. He went to Holiday World on Saturday with the kids. I did not have to go because I had to work. It was
Aw,
so sad.
Poor
I was like,
thing.
I know. I'm so sorry, honey. I have to work on Saturday. Yes. I hate Holiday World. But anyway, I hate all theme parks.
Unless
I
you
know.
want to sponsor us, in which case we love you.
Exactly. But I probably wouldn't mind no, I really would. I just have no desire to go to a theme park. I used to love them when I was a kid, no more as an adult.
Let me tell you, a theme park without your kids is a lot of fun.
Not when I cannot ride roller coasters. They make me sick.
Not any roller coaster at all.
No, girl, I get so seasick. Like
That's so sad.
I get so sick. So no, I have no desire to go to walk around and then puke. So I know it's weird. But anyway, so he took the kids, and then after Topgolf, Chad was my date, and then took him to Patrick's.
Oh, fun.
the
Always a
lovely
good time at
bar,
Patrick's.
and met up with our manager, Jody and Dana.
Aw.
And we just had the best time. Jody, I tell you what, that girl, she is a trip. She is so funny. She gets up there to karaoke and she carries her own kazoo and she starts kazooing and like gets a standing ovation. I'm like, yeah, that's my girl. So it was a great time.
Oh, gosh, I love her. She's such a goof.
She is so fun.
She is so much fun.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I went to another soccer game.
Yeah, yeah.
It was very sad. We almost won.
But you went.
It ended
remember?
in a kickoff. It was very fun.
Every time you go, you lose.
I know. That's true. That's true. We got up by 1 point right after halftime, and then they scored with like 5 minutes left of the game. And because it's a summer cup, there was a kickoff.
Oh.
Which means they just stand at the goal and kick, and the first person to make it in
gets the point.
And the game's over.
Ah.
It was so exciting and awful and dreadful, and we lost by 1 point.
It's like they went to kick it, and then someone was like, Aaron's in the crowd. And then they all
you
just
better
bombed.
miss. Aaron's here. I know. I ruined it, but it's okay. I made awkward eye contact with the one I'm in love with.
Oh, yeah, you did.
They said, "Oh, your girl got out," and I was like, "Oh." I like looked up, and she looked right at me right when I did that, and I was like,
"Do you notice? Do you even notice that I'm out here?"
I did notice. It was so sad. This time I smartened up though and was like, because when I go with Michaela, I get free beer.
Yeah, yeah.
And I always meet her. I always go to her house and then we drive together. And this time I was like, hey, could I get a ride to the game?
Could you meet me at my house this time?
Yeah. So Kevin actually dropped me off at her house, and then she took me and they dropped me off.
Nice.
And it was beautiful. And I got just tipsy enough.
Perfect.
That I didn't have a hangover the next day, but I had a better time than I would have if I knew I had to drive home.
The dream. The dream. Look at you. Smart, responsible, and fun.
Thanks. You're really trying to build me up, aren't you?
I know. I'm trying to stay on your good side is what I'm trying to do.
No, I'm so sorry.
I'm really trying hard.
I can feel the tension. I'm trying really hard to like.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like feel the tension melt away, but no, you just still feel it sitting
I can
there.
still feel it, but I'm like trying really hard to be like, be cool, be fun. Then I watched some show right before you got here about a horrible man who had a horrible affair with a woman who's not as cool as his wife, and made me mad again.
What show? I need a good show.
It's really good.
What is it?
Presumed Innocent.
Ooh, I'll have to watch it.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, I hate Jake Gyllenhaal.
I know, don't you?
I cannot stand him.
I know. You're not going to like him anymore
good,
in this.
Good, because I don't like him in real life.
He's so good at being sucky. He sucks.
Wait, do I not like him in real life for a reason, or I just don't like him as an actor?
I'm pretty sure there's a whole Taylor Swift song written about him.
Oh, I don't really like Taylor Swift either, so I don't really care. Oh, there's a lot of Swifties out there.
Canceled. There's so many that I'm afraid of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're like a little army, aren't they?
I mean, I don't know if they listen to us, but
I doubt.
They
I doubt there are Swifties. I will say, I will give kudos. You remember Ashley that we met at Molly's house?
Yeah.
I have to give her kudos because she actually.
please cut out that
No.
long pause.
Oh, yeah. And make Aaron sound a little bit.
I do remember now, but it took me a second.
I actually, she's a lawyer for JCPS, for our school district. And
now
so,
I actually do remember.
No, leave all that in her. That's great. She won't get it. She don't remember.
Listen.
And she don't remember you either, girl.
Oh, that's
Trust
true.
me. Oh, that's hilarious. No, but anyway, she did an entire presentation in front of all of the administrators in JCPS. I mean, I can't imagine how scary that would be.
Yeah.
But she got up there and killed it. And she made, and then how do you give a presentation about law? You know what I mean? Like, it's so boring. And you're trying to make it, engaging. So she did the titles of every one of her slides was a Taylor Swift song that
funny.
related to the law and it like worked.
Yeah.
Like Shake It Off. It was all about like how to move on after like a mediation and so she did. Everybody like loved it. Like every time a new slide would come up, she wouldn't even have to say it. People would just read it and die laughing. So she really, it was like, that was a smart move.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
And you're like, I know her.
I know.
My sister might not, but I do.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I know the famous girl up there. And I actually talked to her too.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really funny. I do think there are a lot of Taylor Swift fans, and I don't know what our demographics. I don't know if they cross it all, but we're not going to piss them off.
Oh, I don't care.
You don't have a problem with her. You just don't actively seek her out.
I just don't. I don't find the allure. I think she's fine. Good for her for doing her thing.
Yeah.
I don't have anything against her. She's just not my cup of tea.
All right. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. I don't know what I'm more afraid of, Taylor Swift or the fairies.
I think you're afraid of Swifties. And listen, I do believe in them. They are like an army. There's a ton of them out there.
I know. They'll ruin you.
And they're unsuspecting. It's like, I would have never thought you were a Swiftie.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay.
Megan. Exactly.
Right?
It's like
Maybe
that
she'll
show,
write
The
a song
Following.
about me one day.
Remember that crazy show, The Following, with Kevin Bacon and
Ooh,
the cult?
yeah.
It's like that. You never know which
I
one is
know.
going to be
For
one of
real.
the in the cult.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, they're like, they could probably do some damage.
I think they could. I really need them to get behind this whole political movement.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Come on, Swift.
It could happen.
Oh, yeah. Well, didn't either she released it or somebody, I'm sure somebody else did it, but a picture of her with a cat around her neck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that was like on Time Magazine
so
or
it was
something.
an actual, see, I'm not a Swiftie. I don't know. So, yeah, it was an actual thing, but then now it's like they're using it as the cat lady.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
even
of-
like cats,
'cause of
and
that
I would
Vance
love for
guy.
a Catwoman.
What is that? Because he said something about cat
He
ladies?
said like the
Oh, because of Kamala, because she didn't have kids.
yeah childless
he's such
cat
a
women.
dick.
He also fucked a couch. Did you hear about
I'm
this?
so sorry. we was, hold on. We just talked about our lame ass weekends when you've been sitting on this.
I didn't know you
knowledge?
didn't know about it.
No,
Okay,
you know me. I
listen.
don't know anything about anything.
Listen, okay. Do you know the Streisand effect? Do you know about that like phenomenon?
Streisand. Yeah, kind of. Tell me again. I forget.
Okay, so a long time ago, they were doing tours, and Barbara Streisand didn't want her house on the tour, so she made a big stink about it. Like, don't put my house. Like, I'm going to sue you so that you don't put my house on this.
That made everybody want to come.
Yeah, nobody knew it was her house until she made a big fuss over it, and then now everybody knows. There was an article that came out, like front page of this magazine, that said JD Vance did not have sex with a couch.
What are you talking about? So clearly he did. So what
He
does that
must
mean?
have. How did that? How?
And like in front of people, or like at a party?
I don't know all the details
I
yet.
need to know.
I've been trying. I've
How
been
can
trying.
you, like start to crack that open and not have the details.
I have been trying. From what I can gather, there was somewhere in his book.
Oh,
he wrote
references having sex with
he wrote
a couch?
a book that I think got made into a movie with Amy Adams.
Yeah. Actually, it's supposed to be a really good movie.
I don't want to watch it.
Well,
Because
no, because I mean he's over there humping couches.
He's humping couches. Now I got to watch the movie to see if anybody has sex with a couch. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know all the details, but I'm pretty sure he's had sex with a couch. And there's a lot of very funny TikToks right now.
Interesting. I mean, you can live like a triumphant life where you overcome things and still be an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is that.
And still be a couch fucker.
A couch humper. Couch fucker. I mean, who knew?
Yeah.
And also, I need to know the context.
Yeah.
I need to know the context. Was it like on a dare? Was it like, was he very lonely and then I'm going to be sad after I hear the context?
No.
I don't really know.
And actually, I don't care if you're lonely.
I don't know. There's two sides to every story.
You know what? There
I'm
might
trying.
be, but those are secrets you keep to yourself. You just don't talk about it to anybody.
Not
about
even
to
it?
your sister.
Talk about it? Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is very strange. I just would like some more information.
Yeah. I just feel like there's change happening and I'm really excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of growing more hopeful every day. Like I was kind of optimistically hopeful and now I'm getting maybe a little scary hopeful.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm riding it right now.
Oh, gosh. I just need everybody to rise up. That's what I need, like a massive
Who
wave.
is singing Hamilton right now? Rise up. On your knees.
Only you, Aaron.
Nuh-uh. Rue's singing it too. I promise you.
Second week in a row you have sang.
When are these colonies gonna rise
And second
up?
week in a row I'm
When
going
are
to have to tell you
these
to
colonies
stop.
gonna rise up?
Stop.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
I
Anyway.
imagine death so much. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. It's just that I can hear how good I sound in the microphone. When
I think you're the only one that can hear it.
when I've got the headphones on, I'm like, dang,
I could do this.
why am I not a singer? I don't understand.
Look, tonight I'm going to air it like, why aren't you, Aaron?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah, that's smart.
I'll rock
Tread
that
lightly.
boat. Oh, my goodness. Well, if anybody knows more about this couch fucking situation, I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, please.
I'll try to find out more.
But please send us the facts. Don't send us just your like.
I think it's from his book. I'm saying I think there's somewhere.
Okay,
in
I'd
his
like
book.
to. I'd like to read that one page of his book.
Okay. Yeah.
If anybody can tell me the book number and I don't have to buy the book, that would be great.
You mean the page number?
I meant the page number.
Okay.
I meant the page number.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been talking for a long time.
Yeah, we sure have a
Feels great. I just want to sit here and talk.
I know.
I do want to read the stories because the stories are good.
Yeah, I've got a good one tonight. You want to go first so you can just sit back and relax for a little bit longer?
Oh my gosh, sure.
Okay. I mean, unless you want me to go.
No. That sounds great.
It's whatever you want to do, Aaron. I don't care. I don't mind at all.
I thought you said, do you want to go first?
No, I think I said, do you want me to go
Now I realize
first?
that's what you said. So you can sit back and relax a little longer, which sounds great.
I'm just trying to give you some self-care. I'm really just trying to help.
I'm not mad at you at all.
Okay, well, yet. Keyword there is yet. The night is young.
Oh, gosh. Sorry.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so my story tonight, I got off of Reddit. I believe you did too, because I took your lead.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to steal your thunder again. So sorry.
Reddit heavy, aka, come on, guys. Come
on. We could use some more stories.
We did get permission, so don't panic anyone.
Yes. And then, although, let me check real quick, because I did ask if they wanted me to use their name or if they wanted me to keep them anonymous. I don't know if they've responded yet. Oh, they've not responded, so I'm just going to go anonymous.
Okay.
So the title of mine is, I never believed in urban legends, but this one got me.
Okay.
It started when I found an old VHS tape at a flea market. The label was blank, but curiosity got the best of me. That night, I dusted off my old VCR and popped in the tape. The screen flickered, and for a moment, I thought it was blank. Then grainy footage of a room appeared. The camera was shaky, as if someone was filming with an unsteady hand.
Are you sure this isn't just the plot of The Ring?
It might be. I don't know. Let's read. I only read the first paragraph. I was like, that'll do.
Okay.
I mean, who knows what we'll find on this tape? Could be a little bit of porn.
Oh.
I don't know.
Could be scary. Depends on who's in it.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, true. Isn't that the truth? The room was empty except for a single chair in the center. As I watched, a figure slowly entered the frame. It was a man. His face. No, see, the ring is not a man. It's a woman.
That's true.
It was a man. His face obscured by a shadow, wearing outdated clothes that looked like they were from the 80s. That's not that outdated.
Okay.
Come on, youngster, right?
I heard somebody describe vintage and then said 2003.
Shut your mouth. That is not vintage.
She's like, I found this coat at a thrift store, and look, it's vintage Eddie Bauer. There's a ticket for 2003.
Eddie Bauer cannot be vintage.
I know.
Let's just say
all of
that.
the things pissed me off about it.
Oh my gosh. Eddie Bauer.
I could vote in 2003. And I did.
And I did, exactly. And more importantly, I did. Oh, that's great. He sat in the chair, staring directly into the camera. For what felt like hours, he just sat there, unblinking.
Ugh.
I mean, you could really actually time it. There is a VCR. You can see how long it is. Just as I was about to turn it off, the man spoke. His voice was distorted like a bad recording. If you're watching this, it's already too late. You see, this tape is cursed. It is that. It's The Ring.
Yeah.
It shows you the last thing you'll see before you die.
Ooh, you're going to see that guy?
I know, that sucks. I laughed nervously, but a chill ran down my spine. The screen...
I'm sorry. Just picture me like...
by himself.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize to me. I'm sure this person doesn't even care what the name of our podcast is, so they're never going to listen to it. I said, hey, can I use this for my podcast? Yep. I'm like, that's all I needed. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys, but probably because they're like, yeah, I don't care. I'm totally made that story up. I laughed nervously, but a chill ran down my spine. The screen went black. Then the footage cut to a different room. My room.
Oh,
Ooh,
shut up.
In the footage.
Okay.
Who's the skeptic now?
Okay.
You're not very good at being a skeptic. You don't even like
This is a made up story.
You don't even like wait for the politically correct time to like break it down easily. You're like, what? No. Oh, that's
Sorry.
Great. My room. I stared in disbelief as the camera panned around, showed every detail, the unmade bed, the posters on the wall, even the pile of laundry in the corner. Then the camera turned to show the door. Slowly, it creaked open. My heart...
Still in the video, right?
Yes, all of this is still in the video. My heart raced as I watched a figure step into the room.
Ooh.
It was the same man from the first clip, but this time his face was clear, pale, gaunt, with hollow black eyes. I heard a noise behind me and whipped around, but there was nothing there. I turned back to the screen, and the man was closer now, almost at the foot of the bed.
Ew.
My breath caught in my throat as he reached out, pointing directly at me through the screen. Suddenly, the screen went black. I sat there trembling, trying to rationalize what I had just seen. Maybe it was a prank, I thought. Maybe someone was messing with me. But then I heard the floorboards creak, the same creak I had just heard on the tape. I slowly turned around, my heart pounding in my ears. The door to my room was slowly opening. The last thing I saw was a pair of hollow black eyes staring at me.
He's writing this as a ghost.
Do what?
Is he writing this as a ghost?
I think so.
Okay.
If you ever find an unmarked VHS tape, do yourself a favor and leave it alone. Oh.
Okay.
So that one got me. That one's real.
Oh, okay.
That
you know
one's
what?
the first one I can never say. That proved it to me. Ghosts are real.
You know what it was? It was a coincidence. Somebody just had a room set up exactly like that.
Yep, just a coincidence.
Oh my gosh, that was so silly.
Yeah, well,
It was scary, but it wasn't true.
listen, like I said, I only read the first paragraph. I thought
sorry.
this will do it.
It was really scary. It was a scary story that someone wrote.
Yes, it was a good, like, I'd say 8th, 9th grade level, good, scary story.
Yeah. Listen, I hate to plug another podcast while we're right in the middle of this, but Ghost Huns, have you?
Ghost Huns?
You have seen their clips on TikTok because we did a TikTok of them.
Oh, nice.
They're the two British ladies.
Yes,
They're
love them.
hilarious.
Oh, I definitely want to listen to their podcast.
Their podcast was very funny. Maybe funnier than ours. Sorry.
Oh, gosh. Here we go. We're going to lose all of our listeners.
I know. Just don't. You can listen to them. Just don't
Just
like
listen to them in tandem with us.
Right. Maybe encourage them to reach out to us because
Yeah.
I sent them an email. I was like,
Could you imagine the four of us? We'd be a
we'd be
hoot.
hilarious. But they tell stories that are clearly written in. Clearly written stories are not true stories. So as soon as I'm like, oh, well, that sounds like a ghost hunt story.
Okay.
Like that somebody.
So it's just a good writing of a story.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I mean, I can appreciate the arts.
Yes. Sorry,
You get to be the bitch tonight.
So strong. I told you I was in a bitchy mood, and here I am proving it. Oh, man. But that was a fun story to listen to.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really good clip in a movie.
Yeah.
Like that would freak you out.
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden you're watching TV. Even if it wasn't like you put the movie into the VHS, you're just watching TV and all of a sudden it becomes your room. And it's like, what in the world?
Right. You'd
Like,
think
that
you were
would be
going to get
super creepy.
proposed to or something.
Yeah. And then you don't. And it's like a demon. Oh, that's just the biggest buzzkill.
Gosh, yeah.
Mm.
That would be a
Womp
bummer.
womp.
Yeah. All right.
yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
If you all like the real, that's in quotation marks, ghost stories, then write them in. It's on you all, not us.
Yeah, it was a good story. And
Hey,
I'm on
go and ask your family members, your mom, your aunts, your uncles. You guys got any ghost stories? And then just they can tell you, and you jot it down real quick.
That's right. Yeah.
Take a picture of it. DM us. I don't care. I can read some bad handwriting.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you, anybody over the age of 65 will tell you, oh, I'm not going to write it down. I don't know how many times I've heard that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm
absolutely.
like, fine, I will call you and I'll write it down.
Mhm.
I'll write it down for you.
Mm-hmm.
Christine's dad, I'm thinking about you. He didn't sound like a little old lady when he told me that, though. He sounded more like, well, I'm not going to write it down.
Because that takes too much effort. I guess when you get to a certain age, and if like you're retired or whatever, you probably don't ever write. You know what I mean?
Like I don't even remember how to read anymore. Is
right?
What they're
You
thinking.
want me to sit down and write a story? I'm sorry, no. What do I look like? A working person? I'm retired.
And good for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You put your time in.
Okay. I am going to read a story also off of Reddit about doppelgangers.
Okay, well, let's hope this one's true.
Yeah, this one felt like it could be true.
Okay. I bet I won't think it is, but.
Well, sure. I lived in a house that seemed to be haunted by doppelgangers.
Ooh.
Every event that happened never involved some mysterious figure, but a known person being in a place where they should not have been. Here are a few examples. I was a teenager at the time, and I was instant messaging my then girlfriend with my webcam.
Oh, you said my then girlfriend? I
Yeah.
thought you said my thin girlfriend. I'm like, why does that matter? Who is this asshole? It's like, just so you all need to know.
She was thin.
She was thin.
She
in
was
case anyone
fit.
was wondering, she sure was fit. Okay. My then, like, I was like, oh, surely that's not what you said. And then I realized, then girlfriend. They're not
gosh.
together anymore. Okay, I got it. Go back. Go ahead.
I was a teenager at the time, and I was instant messaging my then girlfriend with the webcam turned on. I had the viewer.
Oh, I know what y'all are about to do.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, guess
What's
you
wrong
never
with
used
me?
a webcam. I'm kidding. I haven't. I wouldn't even know how to work one.
I'm off my game. I met my husband online. You better believe I know how to use a webcam.
You might need to tell the story about mom.
I don't know if we can. She'd be so pissed in the afterlife.
Well, look. She's never going to know now. You got to tell her.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's break. Well, I tell the story about Nana, who I say Nana because it's from Sophie's perspective and my perspective. But our mom, listen, this will be where we prove that ghosts are real because she will come back and she will haunt me for telling this story.
It's the best story.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so speaking of webcams being on, when I lived in Owensboro and had small kids, you know, I think Sophie was about 2.5 at the time. And I used to call all the time. I was staying home with Sophie. We were bored. We were trying to, you know, do stuff in the house. And
right.
so I would call her almost every morning and just talk to her.
And FaceTime her.
FaceTime, yeah. FaceTime was kind of new. It was like a big novelty, whatever. So I FaceTimed her. Well, I guess I will say I usually FaceTime at night. I would call her at night and we talked for a long time. So, but this time Sophie wanted to call her. Yeah. And she was like, can we FaceTime Nana? So like, okay. So we called mom. And she answers. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm telling this on the podcast. She answers the phone that is FaceTime, totally topless, as naked as the day she was born.
And just like holding it out there.
Holding it proudly. And I was like in shock. Like, what am I looking at? Like, it didn't make sense. And then Sophie went, Nana naked? Oh my gosh. And I go, like, that's what like broke the spell of me being so confused. I was like, she is naked. What are you doing? And she then, I think it also broke her spell. Yeah. And suddenly goes, oh, and then like you see black. Like she drops the iPad.
Throws the iPad.
I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? Like, I can no longer see her in the frame, but I can hear her. And she goes, I thought you were your father.
Which means,
oh my gosh,
that has happened before.
Oh my gosh.
Get it, Nana.
Oh, I'm like, maybe just check to see who's calling before you answer with your boobs.
I can't even believe she knew how to answer it. Oh my gosh. Oh, so funny.
Golly.
Nana naked.
Nana naked. She was mortified. She's like, don't you tell anybody. I'm like, I'm telling everyone I've ever met.
The entire world.
I'm going to tell anybody who will listen to this podcast, actually. Oh my gosh. It was so funny.
Oh, I love it.
Thought you were your father. They were old.
They were old. Oh, but Mom had great boobs.
She did.
Right? Yeah.
Not big, as mentioned earlier, but they were good boobs.
Great. Yeah. I'd show them off too if I were her.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Back to the story.
Okay.
Behind me, there was the stairs leading up, left of camera view, to the entrance of the living room, right of camera view. My younger sister would typically fall asleep every night on the couch in front of the TV and make her way up to bed in the middle of the night. At one point in my webcam view, I saw my sister leave the living room and go up the stairs. The thing that struck me as odd was that I didn't hear anything. It was an older Victorian house, so the wooden floors and stairs were loud AF. Without saying anything to my girlfriend, I got up and looked into the living room, and there was my sister, passed out on the couch. I sat back down and asked my girlfriend if she had seen anything in my camera. She said, yeah, I just saw your sister go upstairs.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah, that's the first story. Here's the second one. So no resolution to that. It's just my family was all getting ready to go somewhere. I was sitting in the car with my mom and we were waiting on my sister, who was still in the house. After a bit, she comes out and gets in the car and just looks at me like, WTF. I ask her what's wrong, and she says that just before she walked out of the house, she thought I was still inside, so she yelled up the stairs, we're leaving. And apparently I, in quotations, yelled back, okay, I'll be down in a minute.
Oh, weird.
I don't like that at all. Here's another one. My mom woke up to something tapping her foot, and she said someone was standing at the end of her bed who faded out after a couple of seconds. She said it looked a lot like me.
Ooh.
I had an encounter where I woke up and felt like someone was under my covers laying up against me. Oh gosh, that's horrible.
Unless.
No.
Oh, okay.
You gotta know somebody's gonna be coming in there
that's
that
true.
you want to be coming in there. Sorry, I didn't mean to say coming in there. And then repeat it. I didn't mean to do.
I mean, unless it's somebody that you were not expecting, but somebody that you would like to have.
Yeah, but
in
like
your bed.
you gotta know, like, oh, so and so is gonna come over to the house later, and then you're like, okay, what's happening with so and so? But I don't want just a mystery body.
I need to know
next
they're
to
at
me.
least in my house first.
Yes, yes, before they're in anything else.
Right. Amen to that.
Okay, so I woke up, felt like someone was laying under the covers next to me. When I said something, my blanket visibly deflated, and I no longer felt anything.
Ugh.
I included this with doppelgangers because though I didn't see what I felt under the blanket, it laid like my girlfriend would have laid against me.
Oh, weird.
That's very weird.
That is weird.
Because you like know what a body feels like.
Yeah.
When I was 22, I was in the military and I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. It still took like a year after the diagnosis to separate from the military, but I went home on leave for the holidays about a month after the diagnosis. Anyone that has insulin-dependent diabetes typically carries around some sort of kit. Mine is a black zip-up pouch, and it has a glucometer, insulin pen, needles, and alcohol pads.
Glucose meter?
Maybe, but they wrote glucometer.
Okay.
So
well, whatever. It's fine.
Maybe it's a typo. Or maybe that's what it's called.
Okay.
Right after I left home to head back from leave, my mom texts me to ask if I was missing my diabetic kit. I look, and I'm not. She sends me a picture of a diabetic kit and asks if I know it. I've never seen this kit before in my life. Apparently, my sister went into the bedroom and discovered it outside of her window, propped up like someone had set it there. Oh, also her bedroom is on the second floor. Nobody else knows I have diabetes.
What? That is super weird.
Right? Yeah, that's it.
That is super weird. And it also reminds me of the new podcast I'm listening to from the creators of Who Shat on the Floor at My Wedding.
Yeah, I'm the one who told you to start listening again.
I know. Are you listening to it?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Hold on, I got to think of what the name of it is.
It's Who Shat on the Floor of My Wedding presents the case of the tiny suitcase.
The tiny suitcase is what it is. Hilarious podcast, but I definitely recommend listening to season 1 first.
Yeah, season 1 is funnier.
It is funnier, but you can get their rhythm and how funny they are, and it does make season 2 funny.
Yeah.
But they left a tiny glucose case.
They left a tiny suitcase.
I'm saying in this story.
In this story, yes.
They left a little tiny glucose case.
Yeah.
That's why it reminded me of the podcast.
Although it could be helpful, although I wouldn't trust.
Where it's been.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust anything like that. Strangely left on the window and nobody knows about it.
Okay, the only thing I could say to debunk that would be what if it's like maybe they had another case from a long time ago.
Yeah.
And they don't even really remember having it. You know, like, I'm sure you have to have a couple of those cases.
Yeah.
You know, just in case of different things. The word case keeps coming up a lot. And then maybe like you left it at somebody's house or whatever and they went to go return it. I don't know why they decided to put it on the window.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like an ex. I don't know. And they just left it there.
Yeah.
So that one could be possibly explained away. The doppelganger stuff.
Wait, I think I've got a debunk for the case.
Ooh, what?
I feel like what if the sister was talking to somebody and you know,
Yeah,
I like to
things
just
happen.
I just like to no, I'm not going weird with it.
Oh.
You're just talking and you're like, oh yeah, my brother just got diagnosed with
okay.
he's
I
got
thought you meant
type 1.
talking.
No, there's
Okay.
just talking and
There's
it
a
comes
window
up.
involved. I'm imagining somebody crawling into the window. Go ahead.
Maybe she even said like, I don't think we're really telling anybody yet, like, so don't say anything, whatever, but you know, I'm worried about it. And then this person was like, well, I'm not going to leave, like, oh, I've got this kit. Like it was my grandma's, or
Right.
I went up and I picked up this kit to show like that I'm being supportive. But then like maybe the sister was afraid she was going to get in trouble for talking about it. So she didn't fess up to it. That would make more sense to me.
Maybe.
But, or it's a doppelganger.
Yeah, I don't know. The other ones, so I know I ask this every time doppelgangers are brought up. We think that they're fairies?
No, I think they're their own
Or it's some
entity.
sort of, what do you mean by it's its own entity?
Like fairy is different from Bigfoot. Bigfoot is its own thing.
So
a
like,
doppelganger is its own thing.
but how can it be like 100 different things?
I
How
don't
can
know.
it be like me in 1 minute and then you in the next minute?
I would argue that this is not a doppelganger and this is like parallel,
Oh.
like just they're off a little bit.
Yeah.
Something about this house. Like he saw his sister get up. She saw his sister get up. Like everything.
Right. His girlfriend got into bed with him, or her girlfriend got into bed with her. And
yeah, they're not
felt
doing
that.
anything. Like nothing is happening when, like they're not trying to be malicious. Even though I'll be right down. It wasn't like, come here. Like I got to show you something. It was like, okay, I'll be right there. It's almost like this person was upstairs.
Yeah.
But then like a little glitch. And they were already downstairs. Like it just feels like they're overlapped for some reason in this house. Even the person laying next to him is like there.
So when we say glitch, what do you think a glitch is?
I don't know. When I start thinking about like parallel universes and stuff, it really makes my brain hurt. So I try not to think about it too much.
Yeah. Well, there's so many weird possibilities out there that it's like a little scary to think about it all.
Yeah. But if it is like we're all on a big computer simulation thing, then that's sad and horrible. And I don't want to think about that either.
Right? That'd be awful. And then to be like, well, now I want to go do whatever I want to do.
I know. And I also feel like, why do you care? Why do you care enough to give me, like, listen, I know in my own personal life, I feel like main character, but I am absolutely, what do they call those players that like don't have a name?
A background character?
No, a non-playable, an NPC, a non-playable character.
Oh, I've never heard of that term.
They're not important to the storyline.
Oh.
They're just hanging out. I'm an NPC, but I've got stuff that happens in my life. So I'm like, why would you care to make a simulation and include a personal backstory for me? It's weird.
Well, because like in the story, whenever you get tragically killed, we need to like care about it.
Yeah, but even then,
who's watching the story?
Exactly.
It's not like Truman Show.
Yeah, it's not Truman Show. I don't feel like, but like The Matrix is a little scary because it feels like, what if that is happening?
I'd love to go back and watch The Matrix. It's been like, I remember watching, I don't even remember what year that was when I came, like high school maybe.
Yeah, it'd be good to watch that. I feel like I would understand it more now.
Yeah, me too.
And maybe I wouldn't, but like it feels like I would.
Ooh, could be a movie night.
Yeah, Miss Detweiler, is that movie too scary?
Yeah, tell us, Miss Detweiler. We'll watch that one. That'd be a good one because it is still a little bit. We talk a lot about the glitches. We talk a lot about parallel universes and whatnot. It falls under that realm, but it might not be too scary.
That's right. Yeah. Let us know.
Let us know, Miss Detweiler. She's like, look, guys, I really don't want to be Patreon. The whole thing is, I don't want to pay for this silly podcast.
No. This is our free movie that we're opening up for everybody. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, we've already promised her 1 million of those. Heart and soul.
I know. I don't think it's streaming on anything.
Okay.
I don't know if Matrix is.
Yeah, we'll see.
So
calm down, Miss Detweiler. We'll show a movie for you. Golly,
just
that
won't
woman.
be the show Ghosts. We're not going to like it, and I refuse to think about it.
Right? You'll be proud of me. I have 2 fan favorites tonight.
Oh my gosh!
But I'm just going to do one, so I'll have another one next week.
Smart. The other day, I was like, you know who needs to be our fan favorite? Titsworth. And I was like, oh yeah, that's why we're talking about her.
Yeah,
she was
Titsworth already was.
Favorite.
I wonder how good old Titsworth is doing.
I don't know. She commented today, and I was like, oh, Titsworth.
We missed you, Titsworth. We're glad you're still around. Oh, that's hilarious. About a Titsworth. It'll never not be funny. All right, so tonight's fan favorite is Ivana. I just noticed Ivana showing up a little bit in our Facebook group, and I thought, I'm going to reach out to her.
All right.
And
hey,
she
Ivana.
Yes, she said, OMG, I'm so fangirling out right now.
Okay, really?
You.
Did she send me that screenshot?
She really did. And look, I hearted it. It says right there,
Okay.
OMG, I'm fangirling out right now. And I said, well, we would love to thank you for being a fan. And how did you hear about our podcast? She said, my little sister, Anally, Anally.
Annalie is what I think.
Annalie? Okay. Annalie shared your podcast with me.
Well, Annalie needs to be a fan favorite too.
I know, right? So don't you worry. I'm going to hit up Annalie
that's why
first.
you said you have 2.
No. She's going to be my 3rd one. I have another one for next week.
My gosh, look at you.
I know.
This segment can go on and on and then
on.
probably be done.
Julia was talking about canceling it on Facebook today. I was like, come on, Julia. Back off, girl. So here we go. I had to double down and make sure I really put enough in the bank.
Yes, that's what we all want.
I know that's what you want, right? She said, you all reminded her of us. So I listened and laughing out loud. We love spooky stories and murder mystery podcasts.
All right, just hold on. You never know what's going to happen later with this attitude.
It happened tonight. Murder mystery podcast. She also has started a podcast of her own.
Oh,
and
great.
It's called But First, Cafecito and Spirits.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
That is cute. So we'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah. And if it's in Spanish, don't worry. I'm learning Spanish on Duolingo right now.
I want to know what Duolingo is. Is it an app?
Yeah, it's like a free app that teaches you languages.
Okay.
It doesn't really do a great job at teaching you. It just tells you a bunch of Spanish words and you got to figure it out.
Oh,
but I'm doing great.
Okay, well, I'll try it. I'll give it a try.
Lo siento muy ocupado. No, estoy muy ocupado. That means I'm sorry. I'm very busy.
Oh, I feel like that was really good, Aaron.
Thank you.
Yeah, wow. I definitely am so glad you're not going to kill me tonight. Just keep giving her compliments.
Oh, okay.
No, just keep giving you compliments.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyway, she plugs her sister's podcast, which we will definitely check out.
Yeah.
And then she said, I asked her, well, what about you? What can we plug for you? So she said, I do hair and nails in El Paso, Texas. Oh, I love it. We have a Texas listener.
Yeah.
And it's called IVI_ hair and nails is my Instagram.
Oh, cool.
If you or any of your followers happen to stop in El Paso, I'll be more than happy to help you with your beauty needs. So
okay,
we need them. We need some help with those beauty needs. And
we do.
Look how beautiful she is.
Oh, she is beautiful.
Right.
It's so tiny from here, but she looks gorgeous.
Oh, she's beautiful. You can Facebook stalk her later.
Okay,
I'll give you her last
I will.
name after we get off here because she is gorgeous.
And I'm going to follow her on Instagram.
Right. So thank you so much, Ivana, and we will look into your sister's podcast. And next time we're in El Paso, we're getting our hair did at your place.
Yep, that's right. And nails.
And nails, too. Yeah,
although,
get it all.
You guys, I don't know if I've told you all, I've gotten real into press-on nails right now.
It's her new personality, if you will.
They look how good they look from way back there.
Now, I think that they look from way back there.
No. I mean, they look good up close, too.
I thought they looked really cute, but you said you didn't like these new ones, because you thought they looked plasticky.
They do look plasticky, but I
thought they looked good.
I think they're fine. They're beautiful, but they won't be as good as Ivana's.
No, they wouldn't be as good as Ivana's.
Well, thank you, Ivana, and thank you. Oh, no, you got to tell me your sister's name again.
Annalie. And thank you, Annalie.
And thank you, Annalie, for recommending. You all take a page from Annalie and say, hey, check out this podcast.
That's right. Go tell your sisters.
That's right. All right. Well, so if you all want to try to be as cool as these two sisters, not us, but them, you can tell your friends and family about us. You can check out our website at myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out how to become a Patreon. $3 a month gets you bonus content every Wednesday, including our Aaron Ruins books, which I need a new book. Everybody send me a book. Not physically send me a book. You don't have to be as good as Christy. You could try, but you'll fail. No, I'm just kidding. But just tell me book recommendations so I can get a book. We also do dad jokes and Am I the Asshole and extra stories and extra bloopers. I couldn't remember our fourth thing.
Yeah, we do it all.
So you can come there for that. And you get a sticker and a magnet, and then $5 a month gets you all that, plus our movie night once a month, which is every third Thursday. You can rate, review, subscribe. You can write your stories in through our website or directly at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. And you can follow our socials, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I feel like that's just about everything. You can go to Buy Me a Coffee if you want to do a one-time donation instead of Patreon. We appreciate that. And guys, your merch is being processed right now. We should be receiving it any day, and then it's going to get out in the mail very soon. So
I was going to ask you about that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, we're working on it. I just approved everything a couple days ago. I'm learning the process of merch too. So thank you for your patience. Oh, jinx. All right.
Coke, you owe me a Coke.
Well, I got you a beer. How does that? Okay. All right. Well, we will talk to you all next week. We love you.
Hasta luego.
Hasta mañana means I'll see you.
Okay. Well, then you say your own goodbye in Spanish.
Buenas tardes means good night.
Okay. Well, hasta luego.
Okay.
La 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 la.
Testing. Oh, man. We've switched tables. So now I'm on top and you're on the bottom. That's never the way it is.
It's weird. Didn't know we had positions.
Okay. All right. Your boobs.
Oh, always. Always way to bring us back.
I'm reading really fast, so I'm going to try to slow down. Sorry.
Okay. You're nervous because you think names.
I know. I just can't believe I told that. Okay.